Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. First things first, I want to thank everybody for their well wishes that you've sent over the past 2 weeks. As you're probably aware, I've been very poorly with pneumonia and it's been hell, to be perfectly honest. I put out my last 2 videos when I really shouldn't have. I think it needed to be said, that's why I did it. But I had to take a complete break away from YouTube and Twitter because I was really ill. Thank you for everybody that has sent emails, DMs. As you can imagine, one step at a time. I'm releasing this video because I'm feeling a little better and I think that you guys need to hear this. If I sound a bit breathy, that's because I am. But I think this needs to be said. Once again, thank you for all of your support. You've been amazing and I love you very, very much. Anyway, on with today's video. It's Monday the 3rd of February and boy oh boy have I got a doozy for you. It seems that Meghan Markle can't really rest on her laurels for very long. Now, we all know that she thinks of herself as the queen of Instagram. The Instagram handle is still containing that elusive royal title, and it's not been taken off them so far. But her latest post is all about Global Positive News Network, or GPNN. So, as always, with the beginning of each month, they drop that one person that they're following, or whichever charity they've decided to shine the light on, insert vomit emoji here, and focus on a new organisation. I say organisation because you can't really call it a charity, and you can't really call it a company. So this is Global Positive News. And they've said for the month of February, we are pleased to follow Global Positive News, which focuses on the acts of kindness and uplifting stories of communities across the globe. We hope you enjoy. One thing that's very striking for me, it's a very short post for Meghan. Normally it's reams and reams of Duchess this and Duke that, blah-de-blah, their Royal Highnesses. Still can use it. It's not up yet, but it's very short. Second thing I notice is the actual collage of pictures and that dog, the woman and the dog. She's wearing a t-shirt. If you actually click on the link, it takes you to their Instagram page, which has a merchandise store. So what do I go and do? I press on it, don't I? And there it says that GPNN, so that's Global Positive News Network, donates only 10% of net profits to charity. So Meghan and Harry are promoting a Global Positive News Network that isn't a charity. It is an organisation, and only 10% of profits go to charity. How is this allowed? We all know that they want to control their own media. It's been like this for a while now. They want to put out what they want and only what they want us to hear. That's not how news works, I'm afraid. That is called propaganda and it's not going to wash here. My issue is that they seem to be plugging more and more things that are monetized than they really should do. And it's kind of worrying, to be perfectly honest, because they have this very delicate deal, or so it seems, with the palace with their not so revoked titles. They can't use them. But you know that they will. They're always going to be known as their Royal Highnesses, and you can bet your bottom dollar she will be cashing in on that. It's very concerning that also there was a Crazy Days and Nights blind on Saturday that said apparently the illiterate former actress is willing to latch onto anything that will give her a paycheck, regardless of the quality of the project. That is not going to be a good look if it continues. That was evidently clear when they uploaded their Bell Let's Talk initiative, where they've actually been slammed, the company has, because it's accused of contributing to a gentleman's death while he was in prison. The problem I have is that nobody seems to do due diligence into what these two want to plug. Have they received a paycheck for this initiative being posted on their Instagram account? This to me doesn't look like an initiative being pushed for mental health. I suspect they've got backhanders from the phone company. But we're all aware of how Meghan Markle's friends also use her to obtain notoriety. Two examples are Nunu Nunu, Misha Nunu, and Jessica Mulrooney. They both trade on the back of Meghan, and where does it end? And that's my point, is that it seems that Meghan will sell her soul for a buck. I said buck, folks, I didn't say anything else. And now it seems that Kim Kardashian's endorsement company claims to be taking offers for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and asked for commercial requests from its clients across the globe. This is really worrying. They've actually got people out there asking if they want them to work for them at the highest bidder. And this was why we were so concerned. The royal family is now for sale. And I, for one, don't really like it. The company is called Shiraz Inc. and the palace have actually denied hiring the firm. But come on, Harry and Meghan don't listen to anybody. We know that already. But a post has been posted on the company's Instagram and it reads, Shiraz Inc. is now taking appearances and endorsement requests from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, this might be a very canny publicity stunt, or it could be real. What do you think? So it seems that my prediction, and for all of you out there that came with me, is that she literally will sell her soul for money. And the royal family is up for the highest bidder, and it's endless. Mark my words, it's going to go one of two ways. She or they will either earn millions and millions from this, or they are tainted. I know which one my money's on, but I'm not a gambling person. I think the sooner the Queen wises up and realises that even if she's told them not to capitalise on their titles, they will, I'm sure of it, and actually revokes them. Having them in suspended motion is all very well and good and leaving the door open for Harry, but she will milk that cow until it's all dry. You know, I often worry about Harry. I used to feel quite sorry for him and that he was the victim of a narcissist. But he's had lots and lots of examples of his wife's narcissism pointed out, and he's completely blind to it. Now, he very well may be still in that complete denial stage, but how long can that really last until the blinkers come off and he realises exactly what he's married? I know that's why the royal family have left their titles suspended up in the air until this yearly renewal kind of phase. But my worry is that will Harry last that long? You know, she's completely isolated from the ones that love him, his family, and she's taken him away from this country and she's kind of hidden him in this bolt hole in goodness knows where in Canada, and it's just them together. Can you imagine what their daily life is like? I do sometimes feel sorry for him, but then I realise he's actually brought this on himself. He was warned multiple times by his brother and his grandfather that this was too quick and he really needed to think about this. But, you know, stubborn old Harry went on like a bull in a china shop and got married, had the baby, and it's just a little bit too late now. Do you think he's going to ever wise up? Do you think the blinkers will ever come off? Or is he so smitten as a kitten that he will just be blind to all of her narcissistic ways? I mean, come on, you've got to laugh at this couple that are so adamant that they want privacy, yet are literally taking every deal and snapping people's hands off. It's like the polar opposites, isn't it? Oh, we want privacy, but no, we'll do an appearance. How much are you going to give us? And, oh yeah, we'll plug your company, but how much are you going to pay us? And what's really worrying is that news is now saying that she wants to live in America for the summer. Now, America has very different laws when it comes to divorces here. We know that no prenup was signed. That has actually been confirmed. And she could quite easily take him to the cleaners. And also over the weekend, we've had a news story that's come out that basically said that their royal protection officers are being treated like skivvies, and they're being told to get out takeout and coffees and being sent on errands. These people earn £80,000 a year protecting Harry and Meghan. They are not the hired help. They are there for protection, and it really does make me cross that they are abusing their power and making them do this. But let's be honest, they've got form in this. Last year, before Archie was born, their helicopter pilot, who used to fly them around here, there and everywhere from Frogmore Cottage, quit because he was fed up of being asked to go and get takeout and pregnancy cravings. So they do have form for basically manipulating the situation and getting their security to run errands for them. Don't they have PAs to do that don't earn that amount of money that taxpayers aren't actually being paid for? So our taxes are going to fund their coffee runs, and that actually disgusts me. It just makes me even more mad that we are paying for this service that they so desperately needed. If it was so desperate, then they wouldn't be going on coffee runs because they'd have to be protected. This is like an oxymoron. You're needed at the house because you need to protect Harry and Meghan and Archie, yet actually that's not quite convenient. Go and get a coffee please from Starbucks. Harry of all people should know that these security officers are probably ex-servicemen and highly skilled and trained to do their jobs, yet they're being treated like skivvies. And it's clearly obvious that it's gone straight to Meghan's head, because people who abuse the situation are often overwhelmed with what they have. I think it's high time that these two paid for their own security. They actually have 15 guards to protect them. They've all been flown over from Britain to Canada to basically make sure that they're okay. 15 royal protection officers that get changed out every 2 weeks. That is 3,500 miles from London to Toronto. How much carbon emissions is this contributing to the world's problems? And the costs are staggering when you add them all up. So 15 times £80,000 a year is £1.2 million. That's just for salaries. Then you've got to add on the bonuses for going out there. You've got to add on the flights, the accommodation, everything else comes at a price, and we the taxpayer are paying for this so they can run coffee errands. And it begs the fact is that if they can go and get coffee and leave Harry and Meghan, where's the danger? Do you think their Instagram should be touting this global positive news network that really isn't a charity, and they only give 10% of their net profits to charity? They're flogging all sorts, they have merchandise galore, yet Meghan and Harry are touting it on their Instagram feed. Do you think they're getting kickbacks? And do you think it's fair that they should be doing this on a royal Instagram account? Do you believe the story that Kim Kardashian's endorsement firm is now claiming to be taking offers for Harry and Meghan? Do you think that that will be allowed? Do you think that's fair? Or do you think that is just right up their alley? And finally, what do you think of the farce that is this 15 security team going out and being treated like skivvies? As always, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.